Hey everybody, this is Tyler from Border Sporting Goods. With everything that's going on out there in the world today, what better way to keep our social distance than to get outdoors?
We are also taking some extra steps today to make sure we are being safe, keeping our social distance even while we're out here on set filming. We've got Clorox wipes on set, we all have gloves, and we're taking the necessary precautions to make sure we're not handling each other's guns. We all have our own guns, our own ammo, and we're making sure that we're being as safe as we possibly can be.
On today's vlog, we got some awesome turkey products to try out. We got youth season coming up this weekend, so we decided to get outdoors and give it a shot to help make your turkey season a success.
One extra step we're going to take today is I'm going to stay mainly behind the camera so we're not passing camera gear around. So we brought some special guests out today. We've got Tyler's brother-in-law Matt, as well as Tyler's brother Todd, who are also big turkey hunters, and so we've got them to lend some advice today on camera, so enjoy the vlog.
Okay, we've got a couple decoys set up here. We've got one of the Avian X Tom decoys set up, as well as one of the Primos hen decoys. You know, a lot of times if you're out there on the move turkey hunting, you may not have time to set up a decoy. That's happened to me many a time. But if you're set up, maybe you're not hearing a whole lot, or you're in a blind and you want to set out a couple decoys, especially this weekend with youth season coming in, to give that youngster an opportunity to get a shot at a turkey, you can set them up. For those guys that bow hunt, or gals that bow hunt, the reason you'd want to set that gobbler facing you is so that if that turkey comes in, that gobbler comes in, 90% of the time he's going to square up and face that gobbler or that decoy, and that gives you an opportunity to draw your bow in order to take a shot. Okay, we've got a couple targets set up here today, and what we're going to do and what we're looking for when we're shooting is an ideal pattern. I'm not real big on sitting there and counting how many pellets I may have in the neck or head, even though we like to do that. I like to see uniformity, so when I get done shooting, I like to take that target, look at it, and make sure there's no holes in it. And if there are holes in it, then I may either look at changing shells, changing chokes. For those of you that may use a red dot or a scope on your turkey shotgun, then you can obviously move that pattern to where you want it, if it's high or low or whatever it might be. Okay, I'm going to be shooting a Benelli Super Black Eagle. I've had this gun for several years. I'm going to shoot it with a Primos Jellyhead choke, and I'm going to shoot Winchester Longbeard in a 3-inch 6-shot. Looking at this pattern, I like it. I'm really excited about it. It's a good looking pattern. There's no holes in it. It's very uniform, which is what I'm looking for. Most of the time when I walk up, I'll always take the target off and check the back to make sure there's no holes in the pattern. And as you can see here, there's definitely no holes in that pattern. So I'm very satisfied with that. At 40 yards, that's an excellent pattern.
Alright, so this is my personal gun. It's a Mossberg Model 835 pump action 12 gauge, chambered in 2 3/4 inch, 3-inch or 3.5-inch Magnum. Available at Borders. This particular one, it has the Advantage Timber camouflage pattern. I'm going to take this opportunity to pattern this gun, and I'll be shooting the Winchester Longbeard XR number 5 shot 3-inch. This particular gun came standard with an AccuMag choke tube, True Glow sights, and we're going to see what it can do. I'm real happy with this pattern. Got plenty of pellets in the kill zone. Nice tight group. As you can see a little better on the back there, but I think that'll work. That'll do the job. Real happy with it.
All right, we got another great gun here. We got the Stoeger 3500, 2 3/4, 3-inch, 3.5. We'll shoot any of them. One of our most popular selling turkey guns. They also make it in the Model 3000, which is a 3-inch chamber, and then they also make the 3020, which is a 20 gauge version. Inertia driven recoil system like your Benelli. Great shotgun. Like I said, one of our top sellings here during turkey season. We got a really cool product here, the Tenzing turkey vest. Got plenty of storage for your calls and everything on it. One feature I really love on it is the legs. Sometimes when you're out there hunting them on the move, you can't always get to a tree. It's got the legs that you can lean back on with your vest and use those. Very cool product. We got them in stock at the shop. Come check them out.
Okay folks, this next gun we have here is the Stevens 301. It's a 410, and since I'm the eldest of the group, I think it's a very neat gun. Back when turkey hunting first started in our area, we weren't really allowed to use a 410 because it was too small a gauge. This is a great gun to get out in the woods. It doesn't kick near as bad. It doesn't hurt a child to shoot it, so you can take some younger kids out turkey hunting. You know, used to you could only use 12 and 20 gauge in Kentucky, but this is a whole new ball game. I love that it has a little base on the top. If you wanted to put a little red dot for a child, that way they could use it as a reference. It makes it a little easier sometimes than maybe lining up the beads. What I'm going to be using today with this Stevens 301 is I'm going to use the Carlson's choke tube as well as the TSS 410 shells, and I'm going to combine it with the trigger stick. This is a handy little tool. Those of you that's been turkey hunting before and you get caught in a situation and you're trying to hold that gun or sit there on your knee and you sit there so long you get a cramp. This is a nice little feature that you can use. It is adjustable. That's one of the great things about it. No matter if you're maybe on uneven ground, you can adjust the length of it. This one's actually a monopod. They come in bipod and tripod, so you can buy different models. But it's a nice feature, whether you're turkey hunting or even deer hunting with a rifle, it's a very handy tool. Okay, so let's talk about the setup here. Obviously I just grabbed a tree here closest to us. I'd really like to have a tree that's a little wider than my shoulders to protect me when a turkey comes in, because you got to understand, if you've ever looked through a pair of 10 power binoculars, a turkey can see 10 times what you and I can see. So it's important obviously that everything's camo. Make sure your pant legs, your camo pant legs, stay down on your boots, that your white socks aren't showing, because that won't work out well. And you want to be ready. I've been with people sometimes who haven't hunted as much, and they may have the gun under their shoulder when they know that turkey's gobbling and he's coming in. You want to be ready and have that gun on your shoulder in case he does come up over the ridge or around the corner, because you're not going to be able to bring that gun out from underneath your arm very often to here, because that movement's going to be seen and the turkey's going to fly off in about 1.2 seconds. So we're going to kind of demo the trigger stick, which is a nice feature to have if you're using that, or some people just set up and use their knee. So whatever works best for you. But this is a handy tool. It is adjustable and it's quickly adjustable. So if I'm setting up, I also want to make sure that I don't have any kind of saplings or branches in front of me. You know, I don't want to be sitting here like this and the turkey comes just to my left and I can't move. That's why you don't like getting, some people I've seen actually get in behind the tree. It's best to get in front of the tree and have a range of motion. Okay folks, as I've come up here, I shot this 410 at around 25 yards with the Carlson choke, and as you can see, I would have killed this turkey, but the majority of the pattern, even though it is an excellent pattern, it's very tight, is to the left of the turkey's head. So as you kind of look at the back, I mean, that's an excellent pattern. There's no holes in that, but it is a little left. With the little Stevens 301, you have a single bead. So I can do different things. I could either try a different shell, different choke, but the nice thing about this gun, it does have the base on it, that I could put a little red dot or an optic for a youngster that's out there hunting, and I could take it and move that windage just a little bit to the right, and that whole concentration of shot would be right in the center of the neck of that turkey.
Okay, on top of the shotgun options, turkey chokes, turkey loads, you got a lot of different options on calls too. You got mouth calls, slate calls, box calls. There's a multitude of options. This is one really nice option that we have here. If you struggle maybe with a mouth call, a lot of people do, this is one that actually even mounts to your gun. So you get down there in the position where you can't move a whole lot, you still need to make another call. It actually mounts to your gun, really easy.
All right, so what we have here, this is a type of slate call. This is my personal favorite. It's called an Old Yeller by Nightingale. It's a type of friction call. It's real easy to use, real easy to learn how to use. Comes with a striker, and you just take your striker and go across it real slow. Got a real good sound to it. Yeah, I really like this one.
Okay, as you can see, folks, I've been turkey hunting for several years. This vest here is about 20 years old, and it feels like it weighs about 25 pounds. I've got so many calls in there. But just to kind of start out, what I'm looking for in the mornings to make sure I have everything, make sure that you've got your gloves and your mask. I usually keep 2 pair in here just in case I might lose one, or if I've got someone I'm hunting with that may need one. So I've got a variety of calls. As you can see, I've got locator calls, crow calls. I've got an owl hooter in here for in the morning to locate with, as well as friction calls like Matt just went over with the night and hail friction call, as well as mouth calls. Usually when I'm in my camo, obviously when I'm hunting, I'll have a lanyard on that has several mouth calls in it. Not everybody can use a mouth call, and that's what's so informative about this. We saw the push button that you can actually attach to your shotgun if you wanted to, or there's box calls that they can use as well. This one here is a red wasp call from Woodhaven. It's one of our most popular. You know, the Cane Creek Mr. Death call is a great one. I love a lot of the Primos and HS Strut ones as well. But this one you can see has got a V cut in it. I like it. It's very aggressive. Sometimes when I'm out turkey hunting, I like to cut real fast and see if I can get one to gobble right away and then move in on it and set up. Once I hear a bird or I think that bird is getting close, if that turkey's getting close to me, I like to be quiet because they know where you're at. I don't care how far away. When you make that sound, it's amazing how far away they can pinpoint the tree you're sitting at. It's already working. It's already working. You can't beat that.
We had a lot of fun out here today. I hope you all had as much fun as we did. There's a lot of different aspects to turkey hunting. Remember, whether you're a novice or an expert, let Borders help you get outdoors.